I've been asked to do a brief recap on the RICC rules, and hopefully this is going to be very short, less than 5 minutes. Just a quick recap. Just remember, the RICC rules is just my little way of trying to remind you and myself when I write you model answers about the importance of remembering the marking scheme when writing English essays, particularly anything that involves writing opinion. So that's everything on paper 2, speeches, analysis of texts and reading comprehension part A, discursive essays. The RICC rules apply. So really quickly, remember the marking scheme. PCLM, 30% of the marks available are going for purpose. That means that your work must be on task. That means that everything you say must be relevant to the question. And the or in the RICC rules means relevant. That has to be your priority, because so many students write down information that is irrelevant and is not pertinent to the particulars of a question under discussion, because they have learned material and are reproducing it mindlessly. Don't summarize, don't paraphrase, don't wander off the point. Make sure that each paragraph that you write, or each section, because we talked about dividing paragraphs into A and B sections, has a clear topic sentence which is relevant to the section to the question under discussion. That topic sentence will keep you honest. It will give the paragraph an identity. It will tell the examiner and the reader what the paragraph or section is about, and it will make it clear that what you're saying is relevant to the question. We know that the way we write is so important when it comes to, we know that coherence of delivery is really important. We know that paragraphing, we know that structure, continuity, these things matter when it comes to writing an essay. There have to be links between your work, and a part of that is showing that you have the information to support the points that you're making. So the I in the RICC rules refers to being informed. Your points must be substantiated with evidence. So when you're writing a paragraph, you make sure the paragraph is clearly built around a point which is relevant to the topic under discussion, and you make sure that you're able to support that relevant point with information, relevant and informed answers. They are the type of answers that are rewarded by the examiner. But we also have to remember language. So many of us as English students forget the basic rules of grammar, forget the importance of writing in clear, precise, grammatically correct language. We make points which are valid, but we express them in language which is muddled, rambling, and unclear, and confusing for the examiner. So if the work we present is relevant and informed, but if the language in which we communicate our points is muddled or confused and unclear, we're not going to score well. So we have to work on that, and that's what the first C stands for in the RICC rules. It stands for clarity. We want to write paragraphs which are relevant, built around a clear topic sentence, evidence-based and informed by study and direct reference to the text being discussed in the form of quotation, hopefully most of the time, or key moments in your comparative will do. And you must write as clearly as you can, and that includes paying attention to fundamental things like punctuation. Then, of course, mechanics matter, not massively, but they matter. 10% of the marks in every section are awarded for mechanics. Mechanics means spelling. But of course, we don't want to worry too much about this. We try to be disciplined in our spelling, and we're aware of the fact that the examiner has a very, very fair system, which means that for every one mechanics mark you lose, you have to have made 4 separate and distinct spelling errors. Very few people will make that many spelling errors across an essay, so we don't have to worry about it too much. The second C, for me, I've been doing this for a long time. Most students get the idea of being relevant eventually. By the time you get to the exam, most students understand the importance of being informed and showing that we're informed. A lot of students do get to the point where they're able to write with clarity by keeping their work simple. Yes, if you've got a lovely command over language, use it. If you are capable of expressing yourself in a sophisticated way, don't be afraid of doing it, but make sure your work is intelligible and not muddled. But the point that I feel most students fail to do most often is contextualize their point. So when I say the RICC rules, I'm talking about work which is relevant, informed, clear, and in which the point that's being made and the evidence that's being provided is properly explained in the light of the question. That's what contextualization means. If you don't take the time within a paragraph or a section to properly engage intellectually with the question and connect in a thoughtful way the point you're making and the evidence you're providing with the question, your work will not be of a high standard. So that's the RICC rules. I was asked to record a short video going through them again. When we're writing in the English exam, follow them, have them in your head, and it will keep you honest and it will hopefully help you to score well when you answer questions.